Fill her up.
You're listening to the Gas Digital Network.
Perez, Drescher, on the gate.
Welcome to On the Gate Podcast. I'm your host, Geo Perez, the Dominican Zombie, and I'm here with my co-defendant, old man Derek Drescher.
That's right. I don't go by that. I'm going by Unc Drilly from now on.
Unc Drills? Uncle Drills?
Uncle Drilly. That's my new name.
It's like Uncle Laser, but the New York version.
Yeah.
It'd be Uncle Drills.
I got the haircut. I just don't have his hair.
Uncle Space Laser.
Oh, yeah, I forgot Derek got Uncle Space Laser.
Let's go. That's how you start off. James Pontillo, everybody.
And I peaked right there.
Returning
guys.
fan favorite.
Oh, yeah.
And is it your first time?
This is our first time on the
The first
podcast.
time on the podcast, everybody. Let's give a warm welcome, a warm racist welcome to misogynistic.
Top of the morning to you.
Top of the morning to Katie Boyle. Thank you for being here, Katie. Appreciate you.
Keep it going for Katie Boyle.
Yes.
You get an air horn for the first time. You know what's funny? Because I would have never thought you would do this show. I'm like, nah, we're too racist.
Oh, I have no idea what the podcast is. I just was like, sure, I'm at the earlier podcast, whatever, I'll stay around.
It's like every other show on Gas Digital. You know, there's a certain criteria. And then I saw you were doing Lewis and Zach, and I'm like, oh, if she can get through that, OTG will be fine.
Oh, yeah, I've done theirs for years. So. I'm, like, the first year I did that was like years, like before the pandemic, and I remember being like, oh, Lord.
Yeah.
It's just like, do we really have to do a segment on justified?
Not
I just go, no, it's not good to. So I just be the voice of the other side.
Yeah.
not a big problem in Ireland.
It's a big problem.
I
Yeah,
think
Conor
it is?
McGregor.
Oh, I didn't know.
There's a whole civil case against him now that I believe she won, which was crazy because then his wife came out like, I'm going to warn my son about women like you on her Instagram. And everybody knows that Conor McGregor has paid off. He's paid off so many women. And it's so hard to get cases true in Ireland that in the end,
I know. Well, Gio, you know where you're moving now.
I'm going to Ireland.
well, in the end, the judge will be just like, can you
going to
just
Greece
pay them?
too.
Yeah, just pay.
Well, because we don't have enough room in the prisons, and the prisons are all overcrowded. So a lot of the time, the judge sentence will be like, you just have to pay the family. So, and then a lot of the time, the people are
Really?
like, we want him to go to prison. But someone like Conor McGregor who has so much money. And so then, but she won the civil suit, and then his wife. It was just so weird to be like.
I watched that documentary, and it looks like his wife has been with him since he had nothing. Like,
Yeah, and he
was like-
definitely
baby
cheats.
Since he had no
mother.
victims.
Yeah, no,
Started
he's
at zero.
He's cheated. Gave my friend cocaine randomly, which is not a bad thing.
She's
like that was
patient zero.
consensual, but yeah, he's definitely like a bad guy. He also like encouraged like.
Is it? I mean, I hate to say it like this, but is it sexual harassment or is it actual?
Yeah, there was something to do with her, like something to do with like she had to get her tampon surgically removed. And there's no,
I heard
there's
about
no,
that one.
There's no woman who having sex would not take out their tampon.
Yeah.
You have to be,
Jimmy,
it has to be forced.
anything on that? Or
I still like him more than Jake Paul.
Well, everybody hates Jake Paul.
Jake
so.
Paul will your ears though. That's and your pockets.
And your eyes.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
your pockets.
He was
That's
also
true.
annoyed me that he was trying to be all like with Amanda Serrano, and like he was all like, oh, and I'm like, don't be with him, get him away.
Yeah, I mean, he does. He did promote her. So Amanda Serrano, Puerto Rican boxer from Brooklyn, right?
Oh, I didn't know
Her
that.
and Katie Taylor have
Her and
like
Katie Taylor, the Irish
it's
girl,
fun.
right? So they
get some pictures
they
for
fought twice. Katie beat her both times. It was
Which is good. She better the second time because the first one, because Katie wins with little punches,
Yeah,
loads of
yeah.
little ones. So people were like, did she really win? Because Amanda was like, boom, boom.
Yeah.
But then they did the second time, which I think Katie really needed because she was just like, I don't want to go out on.
Amanda hits like a man.
Amanda's cool.
Yeah. So, but he promoted the first time they fought at Madison
was there.
Square Garden. They sold it out.
It was
They fucking
amazing.
sold it out. Female card.
Boxing fan.
Yeah.
Have you ever been in a fist fight?
No.
What?
No.
The girl. What are the-
Fighting Irish.
But she's from
Well,
Ireland.
these girls did try to beat me up when I was small, and because I was looking at their shoes, and in my head I was thinking, oh, their shoes are nice, and they were like, what the fuck are you looking at? They're like proper like inner city dubs, and then I couldn't articulate shoes because I was so scared. They were like, we're gonna fucking beat that shit out of you. And then when the girls goes, not by the church, bring her over to the other side, we can't do it by the church. And then I just wouldn't move, so they couldn't beat me up. I was like, Jesus.
Honor among thieves. You just hung out by the church. That's
Yeah,
hilarious.
I'm going to stay here.
Well, you're from the country, right?
No, well, I'm from the It's hard to explain. It's like this little area that's right on the border of Dublin, and it's where people from the country who couldn't afford to buy houses in Dublin would move to, and then people who were from inner city who couldn't afford to like get.
So it's like Jersey.
Yeah, they go there.
Yeah,
Exactly. It's like
Jersey.
Staten Island.
Right.
Yeah.
I always pictured Ireland looked like where the hobbits lived in Lord of the Rings.
It does.
The
New Zealand,
Shire.
it's-
Yeah.
Is that how it is?
They filmed in a lot of places. Like where my family live now, they live in the countryside. It is really beautiful. It's a lot of green fields and then a random lake.
Did you ever see Hellboy?
Yeah.
With Ron Perlman.
The one with Ron Perlman, yeah. The beginning of
Aliens,
a lot of those were shot in those early scenes where they're like going into that mountain and shit. That's in Ireland.
Yeah,
That's where-
loads of stuff. Lord of the Rings, loads of stuff was
Game
shot
of
in Ireland.
Thrones
Yeah,
stuff
Game of
is-
Thrones.
Yeah.
Who's that guy? The small man.
Tyrion
Peter
Lannister.
Peter Dinklage.
Yeah.
Adam Gilbert.
Brad
So
Williams.
lovely.
Brad Williams.
No, but he said that his kids were, because they were there for 10 years and they were starting to get like a Northern Irish accent.
Really?
And then when he was like sad to leave, because he was like, I basically lived in the north of Ireland for 10 years.
They thought he was a leprechaun. That's why.
There's another guy. Des lived there for most of his life. Too.
Yeah, he
Des
moved over when he was
Bishop.
14. Yeah.
Yep.
He's basically he's basically from there. He was there when he was 14. So,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you ever been back to Sicily anytime lately?
Now I'm going to Ireland next month, though. I was
What are you going
telling
to Ireland
Katie,
for?
Just shows.
You're
To
going to do
Dublin. Yeah.
For real?
Yeah.
How's comedy in Ireland?
It's amazing. You should go.
I'm going to change that.
The audience is like, they're always interactive, but they're really funny. And so it's like I like that, a kind of funny interaction.
They
Irish
were really
people-
friendly. The bookers, when you reach out to them, they're super like
nice.
nice out there. They're not like
They're like,
here.
oh, James, how you doing?
They also don't know my comedy, so maybe that's why they were nice.
I mean, how is Ireland with? How are Irish people with? I mean, I would just by the ones that I know, I'd feel like they don't get offended easily.
No,
And they're
you
open
could
to
definitely do.
everything.
There's stuff that I do there that I'm like,
You can't do
that
here?
I'll test out, and I'll even say to them like, let's see how this does in New York. And it's not
Yeah.
even that risky, but sometimes I'm a bit like, people take things out of context here as well. But no, anything goes there, which
Yeah.
is, you
Oh,
can
that's
be a bit.
great.
Hey, you're
Once
gonna be
it's
fine.
funny, there was
Oh,
there
that's
was
the problem, right
Hey,
there.
you ever fuck a sheep, my lads?
Well, I mean, there was a comedian who got in trouble, but also the joke was just hacky. It wasn't even a funny. Do you know what I mean? Like, if
Yeah.
you're gonna do something that's
Hacky's worse than offensive, I think. I'd rather offensive.
I agree with you. I will never forget in Texas with Jimmy. We do a show outside of Austin finally, like in real Texas.
Like outdoor, the outdoor show.
No, it was inside. It
Okay.
was the one in Georgetown. Remember that
Right.
big room?
Yeah.
And Jimmy gets on and he just goes, "What did you call everybody? Hey toes. Did you say
Yeah.
hello? Hey toes."
Yeah.
And everyone was just like, they were laughing their ass
They
off.
were
He goes,
howling.
Oh, that's a cheat code. If you go to Austin,
it was in Austin.
but in Texas.
Yeah.
It
Texas.
wasn't.
don't
No,
do that in Dublin.
At that time in Austin, and that time,
It's a bad word in Dublin.
Well, because Dublin's kind of more like the capital, so everybody's more like,
proper.
Yeah,
They're
so
more
I
liberal.
definitely wouldn't do that. You could do that in Longford.
That's like my whole
in the
act.
country.
what do you guys? What is your version of Geo Perez? Like, is there like Dominicans be like, oh, it's a maricon.
backstabber.
Oh,
But
I mean, it's weird because like wait, no, I'm trying
Guy's
to
a
think.
fucking potato swallower.
I think they would just say no. They would just say the F word.
This is just Geo.
This guy's a spud sucker.
this guy throat
know.
shillelaghs. Fuck. I mean, but
He likes to get his beef corned.
There would be a lot of innuendos like that, like, oh, like he walks on the other side of the road type thing. Not that, but you know what I mean. People would say like, but I feel like they're pretty accepted.
I was
now.
looking up Irish
If
disrespectful.
he goes on the other side of the rainbow, you won't find a pot of gold. You know,
Yeah.
if you know what I mean.
So disrespectful, like slurs for Irish people, and one was I think bog jumper.
Bog,
Have you heard of that?
I don't
bog
know.
means swamp, right?
Yeah, like
Well, there is.
Are there swamps in Ireland?
well,
Probably.
there's
yeah.
bogs for sure.
Paddy was a slur. I guess.
Patty was a
Paddy.
slur.
And Mick.
So there was a Mick. Yeah,
Mick
that
and
one I
Patty.
know.
Those are the only one. That's it, right?
No, there's a
No, there's loads. Definitely.
narrow back. Have you heard of this one?
No.
It means you can't take care of your family.
Oh, well, that's because they took all the food.
Wait, my favorite one
Wait,
I saw.
narrowback is what they call Puerto Ricans?
No,
Irish.
I know.
I thought narrowback was just like somebody with a small ass. Oh, narrowback.
So another one I saw, which was funny, it was for kids, Irish kids. They call them tater tots.
The tater tots.
Yeah, that's fun.
cute.
We don't even have tater tots.
That's a
so.
It's just as a like daycare tater tots.
We have
Little
good
tots.
slang though. Like that's like if you want to say someone's ugly, you'd say mingin.
Mingin?
Mingin.
Yeah,
Oh,
or
boy.
like
The
a
mingin?
like a bad word for a woman, like a wagon, like kind of
She's
like
a
a
wagon?
Karen. Yeah,
'Cause she gets
Like,
around.
oh, she's a wagon. No, it's more like a Karen.
She's got a lot. She
good.
got big loads in her. Yeah, she
Oh,
travels.
belly ready for a lodger. That's kind of a gross one that people
Ready
would
for
say
lodger?
sometimes. Yeah, like if he wants to like have sex with you. The ride is sex. But if he wants to ride you, is your belly ready for a lodger? That's kind of a gross, creepy old
A
man.
lodger, getting lodged
Lodged
up in,
right
getting
in
that
her
thing
ass.
Like a-
lodged
like
in
pregnancy.
you. Yeah,
Lodge,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
It's like I'm gonna lodge my cock in your butt.
Gross.
Now, Katie's father, your father works in
Retired cop.
retired cop.
He's a retired cop.
Yep. Yeah.
Do they have guns, the cops in Ireland?
He did when he was a detective, but then no, not as you
It's
don't.
just a bottle of whiskey in a holster.
And a lighter.
You're like, let's do shots, let's have fun,
Yeah, yeah,
and then
guys.
there's no crime.
Hey,
Everybody's
hey,
like, okay.
guys, hey, stop arguing.
Yeah. No, the cops are really nice, and two of my friends who aren't white came to Ireland, and they were even like, oh, these cops, because at one point one of the girls was lost, and then the like guard, they're called guards, the guardians of the peace, but he was like, oh, come on, I'll bring you, and she was like, it's so less intimidating when they don't have guns, but
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
but yeah, so many detectives. My dad has a shotgun, but that's because he's a farmer. So
protect his land. What does he farm? What does he grow?
Please don't say
potatoes,
Oh,
Really?
no.
I was,
yeah,
God damn it.
and
he doesn't
cabbage
even grow
and
weed on the
tomatoes.
side.
Cabbage
No.
and potatoes.
I know
That's
it's
it.
real. And then he has horses, but yeah, no, the cops are they're grand. They're I mean, they can't kill you, so it's less like they really have to
Yeah.
go out of their way to kill you.
I did a show with Norman, and a fan gave him a bag of Irish snacks. And Norman's
Just
just
Jameson.
But Mark Norman,
Plan B pills, yeah, Mark Norman. And Norman's like, hey, you take it. Like, I guess he didn't trust the kid or whatever.
Yeah.
There was they had these.
That
like,
kid's
the chocolates-
watching this fucking podcast.
Good.
He's gonna kill
the
himself.
chocolate's way better.
They had these marshmallow chocolate graham crackers. It was like a s'more cracker. I forget what it was called, but those are the fucking best things I've
Shit,
ever
I don't
eaten in
know
my
what
life.
that is.
It was like Marmellos, but I guess it was the Irish version.
Smarties?
Version?
No, Smarties is a candy.
Yeah, Smarties is a little.
Marmellos are like, it's just like a marshmallow fluff coated in chocolate.
Oh, I know the ones.
The
They're so good.
purple-
and then they have like a little
The
It's
graham
like,
cracker in
they're
the
like
bottom.
tea. They're called tea.
Tea
yeah,
cakes.
Tea cakes.
Tea
And you have
cakes.
them with a cup of tea. Oh my god, I forgot.
Dude,
about
those shits were amazing. I think that's the only thing Mark took, and then he left me with the rest. They had like onion flavored chips. Like the chips were terrible.
Oh yeah, but the salt and vinegar crisps are so good.
Yeah, there was something called Tatoes.
Potatoes, yeah.
Tatoes.
Yeah. See, I'm trying to work on a bit about. I'm not gonna do it here, but I'm trying to work on a bit about how. And don't you fucking steal this and do this in Ireland to try to be comfortable with the Irish. Okay?
Talk about my vagina.
So he rammed the tampon in me.
I've never talked about my vagina.
Oh
kidding.
my god.
No, but it's so funny because the whole potato thing was like a slur, but then in Ireland we have like potatoes. The only theme park we have is a potato park. It's the Tato Land.
Tato land.
So it's
That's
just like a very Irish thing
Was
to
that where
make
the
it
soccer
insult
team
the
plays?
personality.
The soccer team plays there.
No, like what's it called?
Oh,
like
a theme park.
Yeah, like
I
you
thought
have.
you said theme
Like a
park.
Six Flags, but
Yeah,
potatoes?
but it's
I
Tato
heard.
Land.
I heard.
The only
Is
rate.
that in Dublin?
No, it's like in the middle of the country.
I'm sorry because
They have one
you
ride.
Said, you said
it's a
theme.
potato sack race.
She said theme park, but the way she said team, we have a team park.
Oh, you thought
so
you
I
meant
was
like-
thinking. I thought you meant like a soccer team.
park.
My
We have soccer
like a
teams
stadium.
too.
I
but
know, I know.
Not as.
That
big
sounds
as-
like something Irish would call it, but like instead of stadium, they're like the team park.
The team park,
team
yeah. Well, we have like that's like a park we have out here. We have so you guys have Tato Land in Pennsylvania. They have was it
Hershey
Park?
Park.
Hershey
Just
Park.
a
Yeah.
chocolate theme park.
Chocolate theme park. Yeah.
Yeah, but everyone there is like diabetic. I don't
Have you ever been?
Yeah.
Well,
a lot of disgusting.
Did you go when you were a kid?
Yeah, I was like 8.
How was it?
It was
Like,
pretty
what-
gross.
Like what do they got? I never been.
It's just, it's like, you know how at Disney it'll be like Mickey and it's that, but it's all chocolate. It's just like chocolate. Whatchamacallit.
You sure it's just not
characters.
black people? It's just a black staff, and he goes like, "It's all chocolate theme." I'm like,
It's
James,
just chocolate. It's like chocolate rides.
They're African
Like,
Americans.
you could buy mostly chocolate.
Are
from
people like dressed up like candy bars, like at Hershey Kisses, walking around?
Exactly.
For
yeah.
real?
Instead of like Mickey, it's like a Hershey bar.
like a Hershey Kiss.
And it's actually owned by Hershey, the park.
I believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And there's Dorney Park, which is a water park, which is close to there.
Wasn't there another one? It was like Donnie Park and Sun. Well,
Action Park.
No.
They closed
it was
that down.
Donnie
That was in
with
Jersey.
something else.
They closed that.
It-
I watched that documentary.
Oh yeah, people were like
People were dying.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I hurt myself there.
I never went there. I
Bad.
was too young.
You were someone. I'm kidding. That's all right. We talked about it earlier. We didn't talk about it earlier when I made that joke.
No, it's fine. Jorge just has a lot of work to do for the first fucking 10 minutes of this.
But I do love
It
what he
was said
uses.
so many times.
I know.
It's funny because what he uses it
Yeah.
to edit it out.
He's a very.
It just says Circuit City.
He's a very creative fellow over there.
Jorge's the
That
best,
one.
man. Jorge's the fucking man.
I know this time's gonna be like Taco Bell or something.
Yo,
fucking-
Jorge, was your family, anybody you know, affected by the fires in LA? Were they by there or they lived in
Yeah, I have some friends. The Altadena fire, like the Palisades fire. Don't care about any of those people. They can all burn.
They're all rich people, right?
Yeah.
It's all rich people.
God damn.
But it's the
I know,
rest.
bro. They were showing pictures of burnt mansions with like spiral staircases.
Dude,
I was like, that's kind of hard.
Yeah.
Dude, before I'm trying
me.
to find stuff to talk about on the show, and every news article and everything was Brad Pitt's house burnt down, Julia Roberts' house
Yeah.
burnt down. It's article after article. It's just instead of here's a list of all the celebrities, it's separate articles.
Mel
That's all it's
Gibson's
over.
house burned down.
Well, this is the thing.
Someone's getting hit.
They're very the Jews are going down now for sure, for sure, dude. I saw an AI video the other day of Mel Gibson like in the Jewish tunnels under Brooklyn.
You never know what's AI with Mel
Bro,
Gibson.
it looks so fucking
know.
real.
Wait, does he not like Jewish people?
He
though?
hates
Yeah.
them.
You don't remember the clip? The
He made the
rant?
Passion of the Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, I knew somebody who is actually like hardcore Catholic, and they were annoyed with Passion of the Christ because that wasn't even the whole point of it was when he risen and everything, but yeah, it just focused
No,
on.
No, the
You're right.
passion
I didn't
was
see
the
it,
beating.
but he was doing like so that makes sense. He was doing like a vendetta thing. I didn't see
Yeah.
it though.
I can't front. I watched The Passion of the Christ when I was a kid, and the beating scene, the flogging, and all that shit got to me a little bit. That was pretty rough.
Dude, the whole movie, 75% was just him getting fucked up. And that was it was biblically accurate.
It was bad.
Yeah, I had a hard time watching it. I got too hard.
With the glad, dude. The funniest, I went with my fam, like a group, like aunts, uncles, everybody, and all like my father and all the uncles were just passing a bottle of Henny at the
movie theater?
At Passion of Christ.
Wow.
We're all getting drunk. I mean, I was drinking too, but
Yeah.
you know,
It was pretty
I wouldn't have
graphic.
it wasn't my idea.
For-
Yeah, it
But
was
like
fucked up.
it's like the Crusaders fucked up everybody. Like every religion has people
Yeah.
who fucked up people.
Oh,
so-
Yeah.
Every religion has, leaders who molest
kinda
little
wanna-
kids.
oh, for
they all
sure.
steal
It's
money.
in-
Why are they always molesting kids?
It's in every culture.
It's
in every
just
culture.
since the beginning of
Yeah.
time. The
Yeah.
first man
It's crazy.
molested the first kid.
Like right
Yeah.
now, I think
You're
priests.
probably right about that.
Eve
Well,
was actually a little boy.
Noah wanted to sleep with his daughter.
Yeah.
Noah wanted. Remember?
No one wanted
what-
to fuck those animals.
Well, and he was getting. That's right. He did. He wanted to do all. He was a sexual
Both.
deviant.
He was a bisexual bestiality.
He was
He
a-
wanted one male, one female.
He was
There's
a bad
a-
drunk.
There's a new show on YouTube. I haven't seen it. I just saw a part of it on TikTok, so I don't know if it's good. But the TikTok clip was really funny. But it was the Moses, but as the Office.
Oh yeah, he's
then-
hiding.
And
with
there's like
the-
an
yeah.
Egyptian guy, like,
Yeah,
I just
yeah.
got caught on the wrong side of the river.
Yeah.
And they're like, who's that guy? And he's like, I'm one of you.
Yeah. I saw it. That's a YouTube show.
They have the first episode on YouTube, so I
gotta
think
check
they're
it out.
like one of those
Pedophiles
low
are like
budget.
they're like extra looked down upon in prison, right? Like
Yeah.
Yes.
That's the only place
More than like
in the world.
murderers.
I mean,
right?
they should be looked down upon everywhere.
Yeah,
Well,
no,
but,
but I'm
you
saying
know-
in prison they're like you're extra bad if you're a pedophile.
Not in politics.
Did you guys hear about that story? Okay, this is a really, really old story, but I just saw the documentary. But it was about the youngest killers in the world, the two youngest convicted, the two kids. They were only 7 and 8.
No.
Oh.
And they were from Liverpool. And this is in the 90s. They killed a little boy, and like there's kind of like potentially like sexual.
They mutilated the body and did all kinds of
mutilated
stuff.
his body, and his body ended up getting cut in half because they left him on the train rail tracks.
I heard about this.
But,
I
he
didn't
was
know
only
it happened
2.
in England.
Yeah.
Jorge, can we
Liverpool.
get them to call in from jail?
Well, one of them was sent back to jail because they were like, okay, you'll go to prison till you're 18, and then you'll get new identities because whatever, you're kids. But then one of them ended up being they found like pedophile shit on his computer.
Child
Right.
porn.
Yeah, so then they put him back in prison.
Right,
But the other
right,
one's
right.
like Roman. and a
Pixar
new
never
identity.
covered this.
Oh, but isn't that
Where'd
crazy?
you see the documentary? Because I want to watch
It's
it.
the murder of James Bulger.
I think on Amazon Prime. Oh yeah, James Bulger. And then the family broke up from it. Then there was another guy who killed himself because they like a crowd decided, like, what's that mob mentality?
Yeah.
Decided that this guy was one of the murderers
And he
with a new
wasn't.
identity. He wasn't. He had his own family. He killed himself, and that was like 10 years ago. And it wasn't even him.
Wow.
Yeah, it's scary.
Goddamn.
That's the thing with the identity. I don't know. Even if you're a kid, I'm like, those kids don't stop being murderers one day. Like I think
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah.
I mean, they
People
would
should
need
know.
like intense psychotherapy to rewire the brain.
and they're gonna be more.
And I'll be
fucked up.
honest, if you're doing it inside of a place where it's just a bunch of other people who are also like you and violent, it's going to be tough. It's
Yeah.
gonna be tough. That
The-
kind of
the
It's
doc-
it doesn't rehabilitate you. It makes you worse.
yeah.
Well, on the documentary, it's the real interviews.
Right.
So it's like the real transcription interviews, and those kids are fucked up.
But then
Yeah.
there's some murderers who have like perfect childhoods and they were like fine, and they just become a murderer when they get older.
Are they
so-
like bang their head or something?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, I think they were just rewired different. You know what I mean? They killed found like a dead bird and were fascinated about it.
Yeah.
And then next thing it's like when you're like a kid and you see somebody like drinking alcohol, and you're like, oh, that
Yeah.
looks cool. You see somebody get murdered on TV. Oh,
There was two little boys where I grew up, and they killed a girl when they were 14, in the town that I grew up in. But they said it was because of all the violent porn they'd watched. So this is just like they found violent porn, got into it, and then wanted to act it out. But they were only 14.
Jesus, what, they just strangle her to death?
I think like hit her like over the head with a rock, like pretty violent shit. And she was only
Were they
14.
watching Caveman Jones?
Yeah, I
Was
don't
that
know.
the porn?
I don't
remember
know,
that
but
one back in the day. Yeah.
I think it was way more
Big
violent.
guy, black guy, big cock, and he would hit a
Oh
broad.
hit her with
a-
the head,
he'd
hit her with his
a-
cock.
He
knock
hit her
her
with a
out.
rock, drag her by her hair. No,
Oh
I
my
made
God.
that up.
Okay, I thought that was real.
Caveman Jones.
I was like, they definitely
That's
watched
wild.
That sounds like a nickname for a guy in jail,
Yeah.
like a prison rapist.
Caveman Jones.
Yo, be careful with kid. You gotta be
Watch out
Big
for Caveman
Bubba.
Jones.
You gotta watch
He's
out for
got a
Big
big
Bubba and Caveman Jones.
Who was the guy who was the
Fleece.
worst? Fleece Johnson.
Fleece Johnson.
Who's Fleece Johnson?
Who's that?
Fleece
Porn
Johnson's
man.
the booty warrior.
Porn
Booty
man.
warrior, yeah.
Porn.
No. He was a prisoner. He was just basically in and out of jail his whole life. I think he
You know
did
they
like
call
40
him Fleece,
years.
right?
Fleece.
He's like, come here, boy. I keep you warm.
He cuddles that.
Oh.
Like one of the guards in the
As you're being murdered, you're like,
documentary,
oh, I get it.
Yeah. or
you're
not
getting
murdered.
Hey, try to find a
brutally-
quick clip of him to show
brutally
him
assaulted, yeah.
and how this guy talks about men's ass.
Oh, he loves it.
Yeah, but like the guy, one of the guards was talking about him, and like he had anger issues, and he said that he ripped a sink out of the wall.
He's a
like
big
the
guy.
metal
Oh my
sink,
god,
big
you gotta
guy,
be on
yeah.
roids to do that. I would
No.
imagine.
or
no.
just fucking massive.
Yeah.
He was I think he was like 6'7".
He's like a guy that didn't belong in this time. He belonged like he should have been like a gladiator or
Yeah.
something. He
Yeah.
should have lived like with the Greeks and the Romans back in the day,
Yeah.
like killing tigers and lions and then like fucking people
And then,
in
yeah.
the nighttime.
Is that what they did back then?
Yeah, rape and pillage.
The good
You can't have one without the other. You can't just pillage.
the good gladiators they'd give women to and
Yeah,
shit
I
all
know.
the time. Yeah, They
I saw the
fucking-
movie.
Yeah,
I
they'd
saw
s-
both of the
They'd
movies.
slay their guts.
Yeah, the second one was gay.
And then they go out and slay some.
Second one
fucking-
was very it was pretty gay.
I didn't
first
watch
one-
it yet. I'm gonna
It
go
wasn't
watch
as
it.
good
Me
as the
neither.
first.
It was still good.
Here we go.
This is young Fleece.
He looks like
Yeah.
Urkel.
He looks, yeah.
A man's butt. It was more. I'm sorry. It was more booty, having some booty was more important than drinking water. I like booty.
Johnson went on to tell our crew how he used to satisfy his sexual desires, especially during the 1970s and 80s, when he was most active and prison security was more
When I see one and he looks good to me, when I go see him, I say, come here. I say, I'm telling you what.
I like you.
I like you. Now, and we can do it the easy way or the hard way. Some of the charts in your most
Either way, I'm gonna be hard.
and it was always yes.
Johnson also had a warning for the new generation of inmates. They might be asking for trouble from old timers.
You know, they got those things where they save their pains. You pass the
That's where the whole trend came
It's
from.
a style. They call it some sort of
Started there.
gangster style. You know, it's sex. You save your pants and you're mad, somebody be up in your butt. You know, and it's just
All right, I've
Yeah.
seen enough.
Sounds like me on a hinge date.
And that's
like
why
ya.
he's blocked off Hinge.
I like you and I want you. We could do
At
this
least he's
the
like,
easy
at
way.
least he's not deceptive. He's like right out in the open about it.
Then now that watching that now, I almost don't believe him.
Really?
No,
You think he was just?
I think he was reading off of a card.
Oh, he's fake. He's an actor.
I mean, I think he was really locked up, but whatever they did, they gave him some money. They put money on his books, or he was able to get his sentence shortened or something like that.
There's a guy.
He started laughing.
Yeah. Well,
He's
sick.
a sociopath.
And a lot of those sociopaths talk like actors, where they're like, and then,
Yeah.
but they still do it. They've no personality.
They got
so
the
they're-
main character syndrome.
Although it's weird. Yeah.
I just don't think you could just go running through men like that and not get yourself
Also,
killed.
who actually calls it booty? I feel like no one actually uses that word.
Yeah,
he's in the most recent one, like an older video
Yeah.
of him. He has no teeth, so he talks funny. He goes, "Yeah, one of the things in jail, the biggest currency in jail is booty."
Yeah. So and this is the thing.
Sound like Mike Tyson.
Of all the times I've been incarcerated in my life, I saw sex acts like a few times. Walked in on things I shouldn't have seen, but it was consensual. And then there was only one kid I remember one time who told us that somebody tried to get him, and his story just didn't seem.
Didn't gel.
It didn't gel.
What'd
do you
he
think
say?
they were?
Didn't gel in jail. He said he was mopping and he was over by the slop sink, and then somebody hit him in the head and tried to take his pants down. He never saw who they were.
And the next thing you know, he was mopping and slopping.
Yeah, I mean, but I was like, let me see your head. You know, no bump or nothing like that. You know, I never saw it. And, you know, you watch all these movies and you do. I mean, I'm sure it happens some places, but it was just never a thing.
Do you think they're fear mongering so people will be scared to go to prison? Maybe.
I don't think.
But you weren't. So no one ever tried to assault you.
No,
he's
not
pretty big.
not sexually.
Yeah, I'm so scared. Like, I have nightmares being in prison. I can't believe you've been in prison.
What are they gonna do to you? Stick a foot in you? I don't know. Like,
No, just being. I hate being stuck in a place.
They'll find something on the commissary to stick in. They'll find.
I feel like they'd put me in solitary for asking everyone to start a podcast.
I mean,
He's dangerous. Put him away.
I do feel like if Jimmy walked into like a dorm or something or coming through intake, they'd be like, that motherfucker's sick. Just looking at him.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Why else would I be in prison? It had to be
like-
something sick.
First thing I'm asking you, how old was she?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need
How
to
old
see
is
your
she, James?
paperwork. So you're scared of going to jail?
Yeah, I just the thought of
You
like,
dream
having,
about being in jail?
Well, okay, so I think this is the psychological thing to do with it. Because when my mother was really, really crazy and she would like not let me leave the house sometimes, or she would not let me sleep in my own bedroom, or so it was always like someone controlling.
Right.
So that is like the next logical thing of like an adult. Like, what if someone put me into a jail? Like, so sometimes I have nightmares of not having autonomy over my own. So I just
Autonomy. I've been hearing that word so much lately.
why
don't even know what that
your
means.
partner say that?
Yeah.
Autonomy.
Autonomy.
Yeah,
Does
maybe
that
it's on
mean
women's
body?
TikTok.
Sounds like an SAT word.
Yeah,
It's just- it's a
what are you guys watching?
It's a good
I can't
word.
wait for TikTok to be gone.
It's a good word. It's
You
a
think
good
it's
word.
Oh,
going-
what's the countdown?
I don't think
Yeah,
it's
they're
going.
shutting down in 5 days.
I don't
I'm gonna
think
get
they're
on red
going
note. I'm
anywhere.
getting on the Chinese one. No, it's a good word to explain, I guess, like just having your own decisions or having your own, So
Or being able to move of your own free will.
Yeah.
That means with no help from anybody. It doesn't mean like
you just don't want to be controlled.
You don't want to be, you know,
Yeah.
don't want to have control.
Did you
no.
guys ever do solitary when you were?
I went.
You were
I-
in jail as well.
Yeah.
That's the whole podcast is
Yeah.
on the gate.
Oh, I didn't know what that meant.
Yeah, it's just a term that means like you're telling somebody to get on the gate so you can hear them. Because like when you're in your cell, everybody's in the cell. Oh. Instead of yelling, like
What
"Yo,
is
get on the
solitary?
gate."
What's solitary like?
I mean, you just come out half hour a day.
I mean,
so it's
dude,
just like jail.
Oh my god, no, that's
but
my
you
nightmare with my
come out.
thoughts. I can't be alone with my thoughts at all. I have to have
No
music.
TV, no news,
have to have-
nothing.
Yeah.
No open mics?
commissary,
No
no
open
open
mics.
mics, no podcast.
Yeah, no
I
podcast,
don't-
no sketches.
No yeah.
I wreck my own head that I'm confused. People actually like
can
me.
write all
Do
you
know?
want,
I'm like,
though. So
you,
sol-
like I can't stand my voice in my head.
So
that's-
solitary is like a big room, kind of like what is
No,
it?
you're just
No,
in a
it's,
cell.
it looks like a regular tier, but it's just there's nothing happening.
Are there people around you?
Do you
Like,
jerk off in it?
a lot.
Yeah, if you got to. If you
That's
have
all
to,
you got to do is work out, jerk off, and
It's all got to be from memory, right?
everything.
yeah.
You gotta make a lot of withdrawals in the spank bank.
Do you watch movies then? Like, do you go over books? Could you have a book?
Yeah.
One,
You can have
One
a book.
book at a
One.
time.
Okay, at least
The
that's
Bible.
something.
which is,
Fuck
which
off.
is a horrible read.
No.
That's all you can read in prison.
And they only give you the New Testament.
In solitary, in
so you don't even get the old one.
No,
a
tell
lot-
me you're
most-
joking. You can
no,
get a book.
Swear to God.
Most solitaries, it's one religious book. Depending
I'd
on the
read-
place, it might be one religious book and then one.
What's the Muslim book? I'd read that.
The Quran.
The Quran.
I can't.
The
speak.
Karen.
I'd ask
The
for an
Karen.
English one.
The Karen.
The Karen.
But why do so many people find religion in prison?
Because you have nothing better to
you
do.
need something.
You need hope.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
A lot of people sober up.
I went to
They're more
temple in prison.
clear-minded.
Really?
Yeah.
You went to where?
Temple. I went to Jewish.
Oh yeah.
Jewish
I'd love to do
services.
it all if I were there. I'd be trying to.
So they have different religions in prison?
Yeah. You got
They have synagogue, they have mosque, they have
Christian-
regular Christian church.
They
and
have
the priest
Catholic.
people.
They do Catholic. They do Christian.
And they're
Yeah.
nice, the priest people, right? In prison,
Yeah,
all
they're
the
cool.
of all the
Yeah. And
religions.
And you could get your degree in prison, right?
Yeah, Not anymore.
I thought you were about to say you could get your dick sucked, but yes.
Yeah,
Well,
of course.
obviously.
You can't get
Why else would you go?
Not anymore. They
Actually,
took
no,
that
you
away.
can't. You can't get
That's
your degree
crazy.
anymore.
You
You
can.
used to be able to get a college
ma-
degree, credited degree. Not anymore.
I knew a couple guys who got like 2 degrees.
Yeah.
In the United States, it's it's so long as well, and then the firefighters now are all prison guys as well. That's
What, double dipping? Like
Or
they have,
a lot of them, they're having prisoners do it, which is
So
nice
yes,
for them.
yes,
but-
in California.
I
Actually, you made a
sent,
good
yeah, I
point about-
sent Jorge. I sent you an article about that.
Yeah, pull that
how
article up.
There was a
They're
guy
getting
who's-
paid $1 an
Oh,
hour.
I know, it's so bad.
No, it's not.
I can't
Oh,
believe.
that's good, is it?
No, it. all right,
It's bad
first,
though, right?
well,
We've spoke
gets
about
them
this
this is my
before.
thing. But what I always used to say was, if you don't want to get treated like that, don't break the law.
Right.
Really? But sometimes people didn't break the law, or sometimes there was other things, right?
Most of them did.
Yeah, most of them did. Everybody's fucking innocent.
There
Is
those
it true?
guys-
I saw in some documentary. Is it true that death row is better than actual prison?
Probably, if you like to just chill out.
That's all you do on death
A lot of
row?
those guys on death row like are allowed. They can paint. They could do all kinds of shit. A lot of them
Because
have
they're mostly
TVs.
murderers, pretty much all of them, right?
Yeah, it's a lot of murder.
Yeah, it's
I would
Capital
imagine.
murder.
What else could you do to get on death row?
Probably brutal. Maybe.
Yeah,
Like
multiple.
Potatoes.
yeah.
But in the brutal sense.
And also
I
depends
believe-
what state.
What?
I love how he's like, oh, but the normal ones, I'm fine.
Well, he said brutal, so I didn't
Yeah.
know.
Some
He's
country.
thinking of what states not to tour. He's like, all right.
Some country just passed a law to castrate
Potatoes.
and
That's
pedophiles.
Pedophiles. That's.
I think that's.
Was it the Philippines, Mexico?
I think one of those countries. I think
Yeah.
maybe.
I
the
did hear about
Philippines.
that.
Yeah.
I mean, for the pedophiles, it would make life easier for themselves if it got rid of their sexual urges.
There was a guy I saw back in the day. We could find this. Look it up. He asked the court to be castrated, and they had it done.
Yeah,
They
and
cut
that would
his
probably
balls
just help.
off.
What do they do
I
with the
think
dick?
it's just easier
The
to
dick
kill
stays, but
all the
you have
kids
no
in
more
the world.
testosterone flowing through.
Kill all the
Madagascar is a place that
Madagascar.
Madagascar.
Is that
for
a problem
castration.
there? Child fucking in Madagascar?
Imagine that's why they made the kid movie. They're just trying to lure them in.
It's a problem in France. Apparently, 1 in 10 have been molested by a family member.
Roman
And they
Really?
tried-
Polanski was from
UK's
there.
going through that whole thing right now.
South-
Elon
it's
just
bad-
keeps
rape is bad
posting
in
about
South
it.
Africa also.
How they're
India.
like they're not investigating all the child molestations with the high level politicians. Like they were supposed to start this investigation, and most of the people voted not to investigate.
Like-
It's like we're not going to investigate ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be a little stupid if
So-
they did that.
Yeah, I follow Elon, and that's all
Elon
he's
Musk?
been posting. Yeah,
He's so weird.
he is, but he's a great
But
follow.
he's an immigrant, and we love him.
He's a great
From,
follow, and
from
I love,
apartheid South Africa.
I know.
I love how he bought this app, and he's in everybody's algorithm. He's like the Tom.
He's
He's
everywhere.
like everybody, like no matter what, his thing is all his posts are gonna come across your timeline.
Yeah.
I never miss. I don't follow him, but all his posts.
Yeah,
come
but I
across my-
stopped using it when it became X. I was like, I'm confused.
I was
Oh,
never
It got
big.
better.
I was
I
never
like
a
Threads.
big tweeter. and-
No, I don't like
Threads
it
is-
because X, I don't like the people I don't like. It kept putting in my feed. It was like trying to make me angry, and I kept saying remove or like hidden, and it wouldn't. So I'm like, no, you're not even listening to me. So I like Threads. Threads listens to me and just shows me
Facebook,
what I like.
X,
Threads is
TikTok.
good.
I don't watch any of it. I don't look at
just-
any of
I
it.
don't
It's
like
just-
Facebook because they're mean. Old people are mean. to me.
Yeah, old people
Oh
dominate.
my god, they're
Facebook.
literally so mean. I did a crowd work thing, which is so annoying when it's like, why don't these comedians do jokes? And you're like, okay, you just saw one thing. Most of my stuff is jokes, but anyway, that's beside the point. But it was like an England Ireland thing, so she was English, and I'm just like roasting her. That's okay. That's like it's what we do.
Yeah.
They are so upset, all these English people, that they'll literally deny history, but they're like, and she's ugly, and she's not funny, and I'm like,
Wait,
you're
why are
80.
Why are they upset?
Because she was roasting an English chick.
And they're just like
Yeah.
they don't want to admit that but it's also like we get
So-
the joke. If you colonize for 800 years, we get to do the joke. And the
Yeah.
English girl
I think
loved
that's
it.
a
We
fair,
were talking
That's a fair
afterwards.
trade-off, I think.
Dude, I went to go see fucking Nosferatu on Christmas, and I guess this guy bumped this person's chair,
Yeah.
and they stood up, and they were yelling. He was like, hey, listen, can you please be quiet? And she's like, don't you tell me to be quiet, colonizer. Like, right?
Black
He
lady.
colonized the movie theater?
Yeah, I think it was a trans woman.
Black
who
trans.
also was black, yes. But it was so funny.
Black
Oh,
and
that's
trans,
hilarious.
Yeah, it was
you
so
could say
funny.
colonizer if you're
She
black.
was,
and
she
trans.
was like, don't
You can say anything if you're
'Cause
black.
she's like, listen, motherfucker, stop kicking my chair. I'm trying to enjoy the movie. And he's like, hey, could you please tone it down? Don't you tell me to be
Such-
quiet, colonizer.
Such colonizer behavior. He's entering in on her space and then gaslighting her, being like, "You're being too
Yeah,
such
yes,
a British
yes,
colonizer vibe."
yes.
Was he British?
I have
No, but you know the way
idea.
the Brits are like, "Oh no, it's fine. I'm just robbing
It was
you."
a pitch black
Yeah,
movie.
Taking
they're
your
so
country.
polite.
I'll be honest with you, the person might not even have been black that said that, but they sounded it.
Oh,
Does
you
that
just
make me
figured-
wrong for saying that they
Yeah.
sound? I couldn't see. It was fucking dark.
How do you know they were trans as well?
It was a trans Indian wiggle.
Because the voice sounded.
They're gonna be on the podcast next.
The voice was in between. You know what I mean? Like, you ever seen these videos of like a trans woman like threatening a man?
Oh, all the time.
Yeah.
They're like, I'll
I've
fucking.
never seen those
They're like,
videos.
I've seen a few.
You got to reset your algorithm.
I
man.
feel like those might
You
be.
gotta spice up your life.
I feel like those might be staged too, though. Some of them they're like so obnoxious.
Yeah.
The trans person. I'm like,
yeah.
I don't know. if
Well,
this is
who's the
real.
one guy? Matt Blake, is that his name? He got one to really threaten him good. She was like, listen, pal, you know, in her dress and everything, like you'll be leaving here in an ambulance.
That was Ben Shapiro.
Yeah, was it Ben Shapiro?
Yeah.
That's who it was.
Yeah,
Well,
to
he
be
was, like,
fair to
hitting
him,
on her?
she was massive. She was way big, and
Huge.
he's tiny, Ben Shapiro.
She was like 6'3", 6'4".
She's like, I will put you in an ambulance.
Yes.
You could hear him shit himself.
And he was like, see, this is how these people
but he
are.
talked.
They're-
But he talks so much shit for
He's
such
a
a
dick.
small person.
He's such a dick.
I mean,
He's just jealous he's a smaller dick.
I
I think that's it because he's so small for all the shit he talks.
I enjoy
How big is he?
watching him.
He's like 5'5".
He's
No,
a
I meant
tiny
his
guy.
penis.
Oh.
Oh,
Okay, now how tall?
last
is
time it was in my mouth. It was about 3
he?
inches.
Imagine he has just like a 12-inch hanger.
I-
Yeah.
He's just angry because
That's
he's
why he
short.
has
He's
all
5'8".
big dick.
5'8".
He's fucking taller than me.
He
Taller
looks
than me.
he looks tiny.
But
Anyway, yeah, she got really pissed.
I enjoy watching him, Charlie Kirk, and who's the black lady?
Candace
Oh,
Owens.
Candace
Yeah.
Owen. I love
I
Candace
love-
Owen.
Do you
Whenever-
like her?
It's
I
not that
love
I
her.
like them, but I
just like watching
I
them
like
say
watching them
something
argue.
It is
with
like
people.
they all could be comics, especially especially Candace Owens. She could definitely be a
100%.
comic.
because they'll say whatever they because it's not even really a right and wrong. Like it's just different views. But in between them giving their views like just much better. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? They
They
nail
had her
that
on the
shit.
Breakfast
I mean,
Club.
she knows how to
They had Candace
articulate.
Owens on the Breakfast Club, and like they were testing her blackness, and she had to sing the lyrics to the Fresh Prince theme song.
That's
but
funny.
she nailed it.
Yeah, that's funny. The fact that she can get down with something like that shows how funny she is.
I mean, I
And then
just
she goes home and fucks her white husband.
yeah. I was gonna say Dr. Umar would not agree with that.
No, but he's pretty. He doesn't like a lot of people.
Who's
No, but-
Dr. Umar?
Dr. Umar
He's
is
Pan-African.
this Pan-African guy. He was gonna start the school. Hates white people.
He hates He said he's
He's-
against integrated marriage.
Yes.
Yeah, interracial.
He's really
marriage.
homophobic.
Interracial relationships
He's
is very homophobic.
Yeah, you've seen his face before online, but he always talks about black people need to stay with black people.
Yeah.
and
He
I saw
said-
a clip
yeah.
with him recently where he's like, every black person I did business with was a scammer.
But that's
They
the
were
weird
always
thing.
trying to get over
But
on
that's the
me.
weird thing. He also talks shit about black people. So
Well,
he's-
yeah,
Yeah, but
he
this
called
is
Uncle
this
Tom's
is-
and all
yeah.
that stuff.
But
Yeah,
this is
yeah.
him recently. So he was talking all this shit about white people, and he goes like, all of them were trying to get over on me.
Yeah.
All of them were just trying to get more money. All of them wasn't doing shit. And then I hired a white guy, and he did in 1 year what took black people 5.
Oh my God!
was
He
like,
said that.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Imagine
saw
white
that video. I
slaves.
think
White
it's a-
slaves would be pretty good.
No, they tried that with the Irish, and then they kept burning. So
What do you
then
mean
they
they
had
kept burning?
No, I swear to God,
Sunburn. They kept
brought-
sunburning.
Okay,
We can't
no.
keep them in the field for too long.
Because they took the Irish and they brought them over to Caribbean islands and they were using them as a workforce, but then they kept burning, and then afterwards they brought
The
slaves
Italians
over.
were technically slaves. The Romans had a ton of slaves.
So-
In Rome, you were either a slave or you were a gladiator.
Oh,
Right,
also,
right,
I should
right.
just say that they weren't slaves; they're indentured servants. So just get that right, because sometimes white people like to be like, "Well, the Irish were slaves too," and it's like, no, it was.
So
it was
indentured
very
servant
different.
is like when you're paying off a debt, kind
You
of.
you're in it for 7 years, but doesn't pass on to your family, and you're out in 7 years. So it's it's just like hard life for 7.
Where is? There was a slur back in the day for black people. It was smoked.
I think that's today too.
they were called smoked. We'll call them smoked Irishmen.
Okay.
Smoked Irishmen. So you're hitting two birds with one stone.
It's called
In
Newport.
gangs
Well-
in New York. Remember
Well-
in gangs in New York when the black dude was doing the Irish dance, and then Danny Day-Lewis comes and goes like, look, a jig doing the jig.
That's so Daniel Day-Lewis, though.
Well, the Irish who had just learned English, so it's still very Irishy. And then I think a lot of black slaves would have learned, because right above them would have been the Irish, would have learned English off them. So that's
Right.
why they also have only Irish people and black people have the doobie doing. So that's a tense in Irish. So that's not a tense in English.
Right.
And so that's why. And then, so like
y'all be doing this.
yeah,
we be
yeah,
doing
yeah.
that.
And so the only other people who use that are Irish people.
Really?
Yeah, because it's a tense in the language.
Do you guys know
And
who
then-
Jesse Lee Peterson is?
No, who's
he's
that?
like the exact opposite of Dr. Umar. He's a black preacher who hates black people.
Oh, yeah, the
He's
old guy.
hilarious.
Yeah.
The stuff he says.
You know who he is.
So
Do I?
funny.
He's the one that had that viral interview with DC Young Fly.
Wait, which one was that?
Oh, it was a
Oh, yes, I do know who he is.
Yeah. He's very old.
He
Yes,
says we
yes.
need more white babies.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
like-
yeah.
No, we don't.
I know who he is.
I
He's
know.
like
The
Uncle
white
Rucker
babies are not
types.
going to last in the climate change. Less white babies.
He's so funny though. The stuff he says is insane.
Jorge, can you find a clip of him? Jesse
Lee Peterson.
I know who he is.
I don't know who any of these people are.
I want to see this thing Kim Kardashian is doing though with these fucking inmates now.
Yeah, she's trying
Well, so after we look at the good Reverend.
Wait, he's white.
Oh, here we go.
No, that's the Kim Kardashian thing.
Yeah.
Oh.
Kim Kardashian calls her pay raise for incarcerated firefighters. I see them as heroes. Press play on this little video, Jorge. Let me see what this guy's. He's an inmate.
He doesn't
The
look
home
like.
of
like a
Hollywood
pedophile.
couple, later
Like,
released
that's
as
a-
Adam
He's
Brody, went up in flames, while Paris Hilton watched her Malibu beach mansion burn down on live TV. Alongside actor Billy Crystal, they were among the many to lose their homes to the raging Los Angeles wildfires. The blazes, which turned
looks kinda
deadly
cool.
after
It would have been funny if
Tuesday,
Denzel started
have
the fire by like
destroyed
just
over
flicking a
1,000
Newport.
buildings across the region and have forced over 100,000 people.
You gonna
to
do this to
evacuate,
me?
Yeah, he
including
was in
hundreds
character,
You
of
gonna
though?
make me gay in Gladiator 2?
He was he was Alonzo Hightower though.
Pacific Palisades, an upscale neighborhood near Malibu, home to many stars. Nobody Wants This actor Brody and Gossip Girl star Meester have had their reportedly $6.5 million homes there reduced to rubble. Find both his
The initial shock value, and then I came up to my own. Same thing, it's completely dust.
Oh, this guy's a fucking
on
actor
Wednesday
too.
evening.
Oh, I guess it was just a
That
regular
wasn't
video.
Jesse Lee.
So, but this is the thing. Kim Kardashian has been on this prison reform thing.
She got a couple people out. She got Alice Johnston out. She had a couple like people who were for like selling crack in the 90s.
She was trying to get that. What's that guy's name? That started the folks, the Lord's disciples.
Oh yeah, yeah. Tukey.
No, he's dead. Tukey got killed.
I know the guy. you're talking-
Schwarzenegger fried him.
Did he?
Yeah.
He put
The
him down?
Terminator?
Yeah.
As
He-
the Terminator?
The guy who started the Crips, he was on death row, and Schwarzenegger's like, all you have to do is apologize for those murders, and we'll let you live.
Yeah.
He's like, I never killed him, so I'm not apologizing.
And they
he
killed
went-
him.
they killed
Lethal
him.
injection.
And did he kill them?
Yeah.
Oh, he
They
did.
they made a whole movie. I think like
Didn't Jamie
Jamie
Foxx
Foxx
play him?
played Tukey Williams.
Yeah.
Wow. Jamie Foxx. Oh, this is hysterical.
Pastor, right?
Oh, he was on Dr.
And
Phil?
your radio host?
Yes.
Okay. And
Yes.
You said you believe white people should have more children?
We definitely need white babies. And I tremble at the idea that
Look at the guy next to
white
him.
babies, that the white group is going down in numbers, because if you lose white folks, America, it's over for America. Because if you notice, white people tend to be more innovative. They're more creative. They have ideas about things. All these other races don't do nothing but destroy.
That's not even true.
I said you thought everybody was
He
wrong.
had them cracking up in the crowd.
It's funny you bring that up because somebody sent me a statistic today.
Oh boy, that was. So
I don't know how
funny.
real this is.
No, but loads of the stuff we have that we use today originated like Middle East or Asia, like number systems or.
I
like-
think every group.
You could
just-
say the Jews started it.
I think different groups just.
That's a
commit,
good one though.
I think different groups just commit different types of crimes. Like mass shootings is almost strictly white people.
Right.
Like
So-
And
white
Irish
men.
people bomb cars, so
Yeah,
that's our thing.
I think Italians hit their wives.
Yeah.
I mean,
The
that's all.
Dominicans have 5.
Yeah.
In 2024, whites killed 84 blacks, but blacks killed 458 whites.
Who sent you that? Slav?
What does that mean though? Where?
More black people.
In America or just throughout the world?
This is in U.S. numbers. And then they sent me a chart.
That's it?
And they sent me a chart.
That can't be right.
So black on white is right there.
Okay.
There's just double everything. Hispanics on white is like half of that. Then black on Hispanics is about 264.
And then white on Hispanic and white on black.
And then white on blacks is on the
Yes, because
bottom.
white people are pussies.
Oh, I just want to note that this graph was made by Jordan Lee Peterson. Jordan Lee Peterson.
Was that Jordan's daughter?
No, it's
No,
Jesse.
no,
Lee.
Jesse Lee.
Oh,
Peterson,
Jesse Lee
Lee
Peterson. He made that graph?
He made
No.
no.
But he doesn't know how to use a computer.
No.
I just thought it was funny because
fucking
somebody
way.
sent me that today. I don't reveal my sources.
I wonder who sent you that.
It's in a family group chat.
Oh, it is? I sent it to him.
It's a political thing, and everybody just sends. We just argue about politics.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's terrible.
the
But
worst.
when you get stuff like that, it's worth it.
But Kim Kardashian, this is the thing. She was married to Kanye, right?
Yeah.
Bro, that first of all, that family ruins men. I mean,
Yeah.
Lamar Odom
Yeah,
got
they're-
hooked on crack. The father became
Robert Kardashian.
Yeah, he's fucked up.
Yeah, but
dead.
Kanye was his mom. He never got over the guilt of paying for plastic surgery.
Yeah,
Well, they
but
don't all ruin black
those
men anyway.
those broads didn't help one bit. I mean,
Yeah.
there's not. I mean, look. Lamar Odom was like he was a very good basketball player. He was like a fucking god out here in New York. I remember when I was getting clean. You know, he goes and lives with those fucking people for a few years. I come back, I see him cracked out on the bus. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Really?
Yeah, Lamar Odom like threw his life away.
He's taking the bus?
I mean, it could also be that the Kardashian women have terrible taste in men.
Bro, Bruce Jenner decided decided to become a woman.
I mean, it made sense. All
What?
the women in his family, all the women were the most popular ones. He goes like, the only way I can get more attention is to become a bitch.
I don't think so. I
I think
no.
that was his move. He wanted attention. He was just a background figure most of the show. And then once he did that, he stole all the attention from all of them.
Also,
Do you think Kanye was like revenge for Robert Kardashian getting OJ off?
Maybe. Who the fuck knows? It's just, but I just see like there's like a curse on the men who become
But they
involved
say
with that
that
family.
was the curse, is because
Because of
Robert
OJ,
Kardashian,
yeah.
he got off OJ, and then his family just
And how did
became
Robert Kardashian die? Did he-
insanely rich.
Cancer.
What a curse.
I thought he killed himself.
Hey,
Wait, so-
imagine that. You get a guy off of murder, and as a curse, God curses you with billions of dollars.
Yeah.
and
Well-
then Bad Bunny is okay now though. He got out.
Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny dated Kendall.
He just did a song about how he misses his ex before her.
yeah.
He doesn't miss her. He misses the one
Yeah,
before
yeah.
her. That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Also,
He's
if you
also, but he's
see-
also kissing dudes on
Yeah,
stage.
if you see how he's dressing right now, they fucked him up.
Really?
Yeah, I
for
think they got
sure,
dudes
yeah,
on
he's
stage?
wearing like fishnet
Yeah.
shirts and
he
shit.
did that
and-
Madonna thing where he like they kissed the two people, or whatever, but he kissed a guy and a girl.
A lot of men are doing that now though, where they dress like very feminine.
That's always been a thing. Remember, like the rock era, Prince,
Oh, that's
Michael
true.
Jackson.
Yeah.
It's always been.
Yeah,
a
but
thing.
the thing is, you never questioned Prince's sexuality.
No.
Never.
He was
No.
gay.
No, he was not.
No.
He got all the pussy. He was
never-
drowning in
Who
it.
is
got-
Prince again?
he was
He was the R&B
God.
singer. He was a big singer.
Katie, I'm gonna have you.
I'm thinking of
I'm gonna
George-
have you
I'm
deported
thinking
for
of-
that
Rain?
comment.
I'm thinking of George Michael.
George Michael is a totally different.
He's
than
gay.
Prince.
He was
He's
sucking
gay.
dudes off in the fucking in the
That's
bed.
who I was thinking of when you
Yeah.
said
That's
Prince.
Wham, right?
Prince.
Last Christmas,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
and they
gave you
great
my
music.
balls,
Don't get me.
and
Don't
the
get me.
very
Best
next
Christmas
day,
song.
You said I was gay.
Pretty gay song.
Just yeah.
I love it. Best Christmas song.
It is
They
good,
call
though.
me a queer.
Yeah, but he got caught sucking a dude off. I think in the bathroom.
Who did George Michael?
George Michael, and it was
Yeah,
a
I
whole
heard.
big deal. And he like.
Wait,
you know,
who's Prince again?
oh my
Prince
God.
is
Purple
the
Rain.
the light skinned guy with the mustache.
Doves Cry?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Maybe
I do
I'm
know.
just
Yeah,
like
I
my
need to-
mother.
yeah. I know. I need to dress
Maybe
better.
I'm
Never
just
sad
too
is-
fast.
He shooed Kim Kardashian away from him on stage.
Oh yeah, he was
Yes.
he was a diva.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Him and Michael Jackson.
She
had
tried
beef.
to sing a song with him, and he went.
Yeah, he knows.
Yeah.
He has those senses.
Yeah, and he was from Minnesota. Black guy from Minnesota, played the guitar like a motherfucker.
He died
and
similar
could
to how
sing.
Michael Jackson died. It was some sort of a prescription,
Overdose. Yeah,
not on
yeah.
purpose, but like a prescription.
Overdose. Yeah.
But that guy even though he used to wear the assless chaps and all that, you just knew that he wasn't.
Yeah,
You know,
he was pretty.
I don't care that somebody is gay. I don't give a fuck. Listen. You want
Sounds like you do.
If a man wants to lay with a man, be my guest. If a woman wants to lay with a woman, you want to lay with someone who has breasts and a penis or a vagina and short hair, be my guest. But I feel like it happening to you from like mental health issues or pressure being put on you by society, I think is just
Yeah, it's like when the mother has like her third trans kid, and it's just like, oh yeah, you sure you didn't push that on them?
Right.
Like, these
Yeah, right.
kids all by chance,
Yeah.
all three.
They're
of
all
them,
gender
like,
queer.
Same thing with autism.
Yeah, they're all their names are just letters. This is A, this is B, this is C.
Yeah.
They got this is my other kid 1 on the way. It's like it's
But this is the
This is
thing.
my
once-
kid Northwest.
The more people that do it, it loses its
Yeah.
its fucking value.
Like,
you know, it's just like now so many comics were just saying that they're autistic. That now there's so many comics making fun of comics that are pretending to be autistic. And then those comics have to start off with like, I know a lot of comics get shit for faking autism. You know what I mean? So it's just that people get tired of that shit, and now it doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
Like before they clap like, oh, you're retarded. Good. Now it's
But
just
then there
like,
definitely are some comics who are like, no, you definitely
The
are.
real
no, they all
Listen,
real
let me tell you
autistic
something.
ones. The real autistic don't say he's
The real
They're
autistic
taking my
comics.
thing.
The real autistic comics are not doing well. They're not. They're not because they're too weird to get booked. You know what I mean? They can't be like, you can't trust these.
Like Phil
these
987.
Yeah,
That's a real autistic
No, but
guy.
there is a guy who does do well. Oh my god! But he's more like alternative. What's his name? And he oh my god.
He must not be that good. You don't even know his name.
Shit, he had a show on like Swim something.
Adult Swim?
Adult Swim.
Cal
Jared
Dunnigan?
Schwartz.
No, he's like one of the OG older guys.
Sam
but
Hyde?
He's successful, but he's more like underground. Oh fuck! And
Sam Hyde. It sounds. Like.
he has like he looks like an old person on stage.
I don't know.
Is it Cal Dunnigan?
No. Oh, he used to
Aaron
hang out with
Berg?
like Nick Naney and those guys. Or Nick Naney? I don't know. Anyway.
He had a show on Adult Swim.
Yeah.
Are you talking about fucking the on what the hell is that?
Mike Lawrence?
No, I'm gonna Google it.
Mike Lawrence. That would make sense. That
He's
sounds just
autistic,
like him.
yeah.
He is autistic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He made like a post about it coming out as autistic.
Who did?
Mike Lawrence.
Oh.
Yeah, but that makes sense. The way
Yeah,
he looks
I
and
always knew he
fidgets
was.
and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And
I mean, but he was on TV and held his motherfucking own. I mean,
Yeah.
he's that dude is like the man, actually.
He's a great writer.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah.
That pen.
Really good. But like, I don't know, man. Fucking Bad Bunny doing kissing a girl, kissing a guy. It's
But I mean,
all
he's
just
Puerto
for
Rican,
fucking
so
record
it's, like,
sales
normal
and
for them.
all that happy horse shit.
Yeah,
Like there's even people I know who'll be like, yes, I'm genderqueer. It's like, no, the fuck you're not. I have someone who's a friend of my.
Joe Pera.
Joe Perez.
That guy is actually the guy that just posts tomatoes all the time.
He's hilarious, but yeah, he's 100% has to be fully on the
And he
spectrum.
talks like
Yeah.
It goes like,
But he's
like,
successful.
he's very successful. Yes, he's found his people.
Yeah.
They bust him in for
Other
his
autistic
shows.
people.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, he looks autistic.
yeah. No, he's actually very funny
Yeah.
too.
I see that.
He looks autistic. He has crayons on his mouth.
He's in the back in the green room.
He's
fucking
still looking down.
eating
A
like-
comic. I got messaged once by a comic who asked if I was autistic. He's like, I'm doing an all autistic show. Do you want to be on it? I'm just like, okay, yeah, I'm autistic.
I mean, you were
Who
never,
books
but
that?
you were never diagnosed, right?
No,
Yeah.
I don't
Did
think
you do
I
a test?
Yeah.
No, I should.
No, I don't think you should. I think
Don't
just
just,
keep being
it's
you.
like COVID autism. It's like don't get tested.
Yeah, don't get.
No,
You
what,
can't have it if you don't get tested.
what if you don't like? It's not that you can't be social. You just don't like.
I don't
being
think I'm
social.
autistic because I hate a lot of people, and autistic people can't really.
They have no emotion.
Yeah,
that
I
is true.
despise so many people.
So if you're emotional, you can't be autistic.
Pretty much,
No,
yeah.
that's not
Well,
true.
they have rage. They could like, but
That's not true. It's also like it really is a spectrum.
yeah.
They just haven't figured out.
But
the
they have a
terms for
hard
the
time.
different-
They have a hard time saying things like "I love you" and stuff like that.
Yeah,
that
that'll make
emotional
'em-
So
component.
all
That makes him
Irish
very
people.
uncomfortable.
Artistic.
yeah, right. So everyone I've ever dated.
Yeah.
It's in like the neurodivergent stuff, especially like ADHD is hereditary.
Well, they usually have something called like.
I just
And
think-
yeah,
They have things-
hereditary.
Hereditary, yeah. And
They-
then like so many Irish people have ADHD, like literally everybody. It's, all the symptoms is just being Irish, but I think it's famine trauma.
Yeah.
And I think it's
Still
just,
generational, just passed down through the blood like
yeah, because
that.
it's only 3 or 4 four generations.
They say that all the Hasids still have PTSD from the Holocaust too.
The Hasids, you call them?
Well, it
Hasids,
makes
yeah.
a marker in your genes. So like especially Irish Americans.
Oh, they got permanent markers on.
Oh fuck yeah.
There we go.
But no, but like there was a documentary about if your people have experienced famine, then anytime you put on weight, it's really hard to lose the weight because the marker in your genes says keep the weight on
Keep
in
the
case
weight
there's
on.
so that's why like a lot of Irish
In
Americans
case
when
they
they came
fucking
here,
steal the
food
potatoes
was,
again.
Yeah, right,
yeah.
fuckers.
It's like the shit you said when you go to jail, you don't need steroids because your,
Your body,
out of fear, creates
It's a
more
fight or flight,
testosterone.
fight or
More
flight,
muscles, yes.
fight or
There's-
flight.
your body has
Fight-
a physiological response to the
Fight,
danger
flight,
it's
or
in.
fuck.
Like a cobra that fucking can make itself appear bigger.
Yeah.
Or like
Yeah.
a breakup.
Yeah.
Everybody gets way hotter in a breakup.
Well, no, I think that's just more of
Nah, some people fall the fuck apart.
No, yeah, some people fall
Okay.
apart, but with some people, it's more like, all right, you know what? I was in a relationship. I got lazy with myself. Now I'm,
Even the relationship
Now
I'm
I'm
in
gonna be a
now,
fucking whore.
within the last
So I gotta
within the
look
last 2.5, 3 years, I gained weight. I fucking got in shape. I gained weight
Yeah,
again.
you
Dropped it again. I
fluctuate.
fluctuate like a motherfucker.
Are you
yeah.
still with the girl that I love?
Yeah.
I
That
love
was
her.
a big inhale.
She's great.
Yeah, she is. She's great.
She's dead in the living room right now.
Just give her
Dirk's
autonomy.
dead inside. She's dead in the living room. He's dead inside.
She's like, I want my autonomy. I'm like, give me my motherfucking computer then.
What's
fucking,
autonomy?
fucking,
He has it hooked up to strings.
I'm like, fucking chisel that shit into stone. You want to write? Fuck no, but we have a friend. We have a friend who's a female, and she's engaged to marry someone, but he's so hooked on this thing where he's not a man or a woman. He can be both at the same time. He has a beard. He fucking dresses fucking regular, but he only goes by an initial, and I just don't buy it.
There's some
It
people.
just-
Is
like
he a
that.
comedian?
How old is he?
No, he's not a comedian. He's
How
like
old is
he's fucking 40 years old.
That's a little old.
Yeah.
That's too old to be
And I
that
like
weird
I
shit.
just and I've had these situations like when I used to the synagogue I used to go to had like a big LGBTQ presence, and then we'd be having our religious discussions, and people are just going by letters. And I remember somebody being like, "Why are you here? You're not gay." And I was like, "I'm here because it's the closest synagogue to my work, and that's the fucking tradition,
Yeah.
and that's why I'm here." And
Wait, they let gay people go into synagogue?
well, yeah, at this particular synagogue, yeah. But this was the thing. I was doing my Judaism shit like to the T. Like one synagogue
Not
within
tipping.
Yeah. one synagogue within walking distance of the house, one synagogue within walking distance of work. That's the rule, right? That's
Were
the
you religious
tradition.
before or after prison?
After. And I only did the religion stuff for like a year or two. It wasn't I didn't like as soon as COVID hit I stopped.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but she's telling me she doesn't trust me because I'm a straight white male.
Who? You're the person you're
The
saying.
person I'm speaking about. And this
The
was
guy who was supposed to be a man.
yes, biologically a man, but emotionally a woman.
Okay.
I
That's
guess.
a lot of guys. You're describing a lot of guys.
You're describing
Fuck
most comics.
Yeah, that's you and Geo.
No.
And
Don't use that as an insult to most comics.
And
I'm
even
sorry. If they were emotionally a woman, they'd be
Jorge
way more
is
mature.
more locked in, emotionally intelligent.
And they'd be more booked for sure. No, I'm just kidding.
They'd be better.
So I'm being told I'm not trusted because I'm not gay, and that why am I there, right? And you're a cis, that whole cisgendered male thing, and I'm like, and I'm supposed to trust you?
Yeah,
you
but like, according
you
to
don't
this
even
building,
go by your name.
Yeah,
You
according
don't
to this
even-
building, you're gonna go to hell.
Yeah, you don't even know you don't even go by like what's your fucking real name? I'm not calling you a letter anymore. Like you're just fucking S. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
At least
I'll just go and be like, my initials, like my full name is Bob Jordan, so I
Yeah.
can just BJ. Look, I'm BJ, guys.
That's what Jesus says in the Bible. Is that
So-
thou cast away straight man.
I have, and like I said, I have no like issue with anybody. Do whatever the fuck you want, as long as it doesn't fucking affect me directly. I could give two shits, but like, don't fucking hit me with all this. I can't be trusted because I have white skin and I have sex with women. That's ridiculous. There's a lot of other reasons to not trust me.
Are you just white?
I'm half Puerto Rican also, but
Yeah, they should trust that half.
don't.
No, that's the side you don't
worst
trust.
thing.
I love Puerto
you
Rico.
don't,
It's
you
a
don't trust
double-edged-
either
yeah,
side.
it's a double-edged
Puerto
sword
Rico's
with
my
me.
favorite place.
Puerto Rico or Jew, yeah, it's not good.
Yo, I saw a funny clip today. It was a guy, Jewish guy. He goes like, "How do you say fuck you in Yiddish?" He goes, "Trust me."
Yeah, yes.
I was like, that's funny.
Old
That's
Jewish
nice.
man. Old
that's
Jewish
funny.
man.
Trust
yeah.
me.
Yeah, trust me.
Funniest guys. Old.
It's a fair deal. Take it.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna learn Yiddish. I want to learn Yiddish.
It's a
and
very,
Mandarin.
very, very hard
I
language.
want to learn
to
Mandarin.
I'm
We
still
need to.
learning Spanish.
I'm trying, but I go for the bad words, and a lot of it sounds like me, hi, more me, and I can't remember that shit.
But it's gonna be definitely. They're gonna take over.
Well, the Yiddish language.
And they need to right now. The way we're running this country, bro, China needs to take over.
Yeah, they took over. Well, they had TikTok, but the new app is from China.
Dude,
Red
let me
note.
tell you something. China ain't
It's
taking over
red?
shit.
They literally
They
just called it
can't. They
red.
can't even
Red note.
feed
Red
their
note.
army.
Well,
Communism.
They can't even feed their whole army. North Korea, same shit.
China.
Well, I don't think North Korea wants to.
Well, first off, the whole people with China for years made us believe that if you had a girl, they had to kill it, right?
Yeah.
But they weren't killing it. The government was taking the girls and starting this whole female fucking army. badass. And it's not like the female
This was
soldiers
the
in this
first I'm
country.
hearing about
Me
this.
too.
Bro, I showed you guys the video.
Could you-
months ago.
I know the perfect time to attack. They're all going to be synced up. So as soon as you see that fucking...
Oh no, that's when you don't attack because they will kill you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Honestly, the fact that women don't kill people when you say like, oh, you're being a crazy bitch, you just finally have testosterone. So I'm just being a man and you're calling me crazy.
Wait, so hold on.
So when we're
was smart-
moody in our period, it's just we actually finally have testosterone, which is you all the fucking time,
Right.
bitch.
Well, no, actually,
autonomy.
But that's the thing about females in the military. You don't know if they're mad or not. Like, are they gonna bomb us? What's gonna happen?
What are you talking about? No,
wait, what's wrong? Nothing's wrong.
Yeah,
Are you
right.
sure?
Yeah.
Nothing is wrong.
That's an official response from the country
Yeah.
with a bunch of exclamation points.
Right.
Wait, we want a ceasefire. Why are you ceasefire for what? Are you assuming something's wrong?
I wish you would have asked me.
Yeah. I wish you would have asked me first before going behind my back.
Go ahead, Jimmy. Tell everybody where they can find you.
Oh yeah.
That was an abrupt end.
No, it's not over yet. We're gonna.
It's
we'll
at
keep going.
Pontillo Sauce on
I'll
Instagram.
have to wee though. Is that okay? I mean, I'll have to leave.
Yeah,
Sorry.
no, it's fine.
It's at Pontillo Sauce on Instagram and at Bing Bob Bao on Red Note.
For real?
No.
Bing Bong Bao?
No. I'm just saying probably.
Are you finished?
Yeah, that's all I that's all I have to plug.
When does this go out?
Thursday night.
Oh, great. I'll be in Seattle. I'm Katie Boyle Comic. Please follow me. I'll be at Seattle next week, 23rd to 25th at the Capitol Hill Comedy Bar. After that, Comedy Connection 6 to 8 in February. And then Fargo at the end of February. And then Chicago in March, New York in March. And then San Francisco in...
Are you doing the Cellar in Fargo?
I have no idea. I don't know where I am.
Is it Front
Oh,
Street
it is
Tap?
the Cellar. Yeah. I've never
nice
been,
room.
so it was just nice that they. But yeah, and then San Francisco in April. So come to shows. Bye.
Was that Cabs?
Punchline for the weekend. Yeah, first weekend in April.
Go ahead, buddy.
Follow me on Instagram, Geo Perez 86. 30 away from 6,000 people. Let's get me
Yes.
there.
Follow me on
30.
Instagram, Derek Drescher. I'm 30 away from 60,000.
Come on, I want that K by my name.
Come
That's
on.
all I, by
Wait,
my
what are you
number.
now?
559.
You'll be all right. You'll be
something
fine.
like
You're
that.
white. You're 5,000?
5,970.
But you want to be 6,000.
I want to be 6,000.
And
And then I
you're
want to get to
60,000.
6,666.
I was at like 59.9 this morning.
Nice.
And January 14th and January 24th, I'll be at Atlantic City Comedy Club at Tropicana Resort.
Oh, we gotta plug our show? I didn't know that.
Yeah, plug
Yeah,
the
plug the
show.
show.
Well, I'm there tomorrow.
Well,
I'm in
it's not
Atlantic
going to
City
be out.
tomorrow. What?
This is going to be.
We have fans in Ireland, so tell them whether
I'm going to Ireland
Yeah,
next
we're going to
month.
be.
Let
in
them know about
Dublin.
Ireland. We got
What's it
some,
called? Craig's Den?
Crackden.
Crackden Comedy Club, February.
You'll be
I've
in
been in many.
Stitches
February
as well.
26th in Stitches, February 26th in Dublin, and what was the other one I told?
Pitchfork.
Pitchfork, and then I'm in London.
Katie,
too.
you should be his road manager.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ,
Why?
you
Just
remember all that
to help
shit.
me say the names.
Yeah.
No, you should be my road manager. He has
And then
more.
I'm Top Secret Comedy Club in London, February 24th.
God damn, look
and
at you go.
Corner
boy.
is it backyard comedy? I don't know
Top
if you've done
Secret.
London.
Top
Have you done
Secret's
London?
going to sell out.
Yeah,
That-
backyard comedy.
I don't know.
Especially when they see that beautiful mug
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
that flyer.
And then also South Kensington Comedy Club, February 23rd.
God damn.
Yeah.
You did that all yourself?
I did.
I'm proud of you. You might be autistic.
I got a
Yeah.
wee.
All right, go ahead. Do your thing.
Sorry.
And I'm going to
Do your
leave
thing.
then because I have to be somewhere. Okay,
Yes,
bye.
yes.
Thanks
Thank
so
you for
much.
coming.
Thank
for
you.
coming.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for doing it.
You
High
gonna-
five.
You staying for the
Yeah.
All right. All right. Do we want to close on anything else or just wrap it up?
Let's wrap it up and we'll save the Aliens movie for the bonus.
Sounds good.
Alien
He
Romulus.
has to, all of them.
Shout out Jorge.
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 That's it.
Got
That's
anything
the
to plug?
episode.
All right, that's been the episode, guys.
Bye-bye.
Peace.
That was great.